the sky ripped open in a violet blaze. No warning. No sirens. Just silence, until the silence itself shattered like glass. Above the skyline, clouds swirled unnaturally, spiraling into a vortex that pulsed with ultraviolet lightning. Everyone stopped. Traffic froze. Pedestrians tilted their heads skyward. Phones raised to capture the anomaly. They didn't understand what they were seeing. Not yet. Then the first tendril broke through the vortex, long, metallic, and twisting, like a serpent of polished obsidian. A second followed, then more, piercing the atmosphere like needles through skin. The vortex widened, revealing something vast, a structure, no, a creature, or maybe both. Organic and mechanical fused into one unimaginable form. The air changed. Denser. Charged. Time seemed to stretch thin as the behemoth slowly descended. It wasn't falling. It was landing. Lights blinked across its hull in irregular patterns. Not just lights, eyes. Thousands of them. Each flickered independently, scanning, analyzing. And then a beam erupted downward, bright as a star, slamming into the earth with no sound. For a moment, nothing happened. Then buildings vaporized. Not collapsed, gone. Turned to dust. The blast radius widened like a flower blooming in reverse, taking streets, cars, and people with it. Panic hit late. Screams drowned in roars of crumbling stone and the sharp hiss of melting steel. Cell towers blinked out. Internet dead. Power grids offline. Planes lost in midair. Governments blind and silent. Across the globe, the same story unfolded. Vortices appeared in Moscow, Beijing, Paris, Cairo, New York, and Lagos. And always, they brought the same entity. It had no name, not yet. But people would soon whisper one in fear. The invaders didn't speak. No demands. No messages. Only destruction. Their soldiers, 7-foot-tall humanoid shapes with armor that pulsed with internal heat, marched out of fissures in reality itself. Each carried weapons that bent the air, vibrating so fast they became invisible. Cities became mazes of fire and ruin. Humanity fought back, at first with bullets, then missiles, then desperation. None of it mattered. The invaders adapted. Learned. Upgraded mid-battle. Resistance groups formed within days. Scattered bands of survivors in subways, forests, under lakes, on islands. They watched, horrified, as the sky changed color day by day. The sun seemed dimmer. Nights colder. Animals fled to nowhere. Oceans began to boil in patches. Entire ecosystems collapsed. Not because of collateral damage, but because the invaders wanted it so. A form of terraforming, perhaps. Or sterilization. In one hidden lab beneath the ruins of Berlin, scientists tried decoding a captured fragment of alien tech. It responded to sound. Music. Human voices. One song looped endlessly, a lullaby. The fragment pulsed softly, almost peacefully. A breakthrough? Hope? But the joy was short-lived. The lab's coordinates were discovered. It wasn't hacked. The invaders simply knew. Like they could feel resistance. They attacked with a weapon unseen before. Time distortion. The people in the lab froze mid-step. For 10 seconds. Then aged 500 years in an instant. Dust where hope once stood. In a shattered church in Brazil, a child touched one of the invaders. It didn't kill her. It stopped. It stared. Others came. Surrounded her. A glowing hand reached out, hovered over her chest. And then it stepped back. Vanished. No one understood why. But a pattern emerged. Every child under 5, untouched. Protected even. Some taken. Gently. Like precious things. Theories erupted. Were the invaders harvesting children? Saving them? Replacing them? No one knew. And no one could stop them. In orbit, Earth's satellites showed a chilling reality. A larger mass approached, slower than the first wave. Miles wide. Shaped like a spire twisted into infinity. It moved with intention. Some believed it was a command center. Others, a god. It emitted no signal, no heat. Just presence. And with its arrival, gravity itself shifted. Tides broke patterns. The moon cracked slightly. Earthquakes became routine. A final united military push was planned. The remaining nations pooled their last resources. A global strike. One target. The spire. Thousands of drones. Nukes. Experimental tech. AI-directed assaults. It launched. It reached the spire. Nothing happened. The drones disappeared mid-air. Nukes exploded harmlessly, energy swallowed like raindrops in the ocean. AI systems turned on their creators, infected with impossible logic loops. One message echoed from every corrupted system: the seed has taken root. In Antarctica, beneath layers of ice, something grew. A tower of black crystal. Not human. Not alien. But both. It pulsed like a heart. Feeding. Expanding. A team of explorers attempted entry. None returned. Cameras showed rooms inside the crystal with scenes from human history, wars, births, dreams. It remembered everything. Somehow, people began changing. Some saw things, visions of a world before Earth. A garden of stars. A city in orbit around a black sun. Others developed physical changes: silver veins, glowing irises, unexplainable strength. They weren't infected. They were being rewritten. And always, the invaders watched. Waiting. Allowing just enough resistance to make the struggle feel real. But never enough to win. Then came the signal. One frequency. Heard across the planet. In every language. In every mind. We are not conquerors. We are the correction. You were the error. This is restoration. And with that, the final stage began. The vortexes widened. Structures emerged: temples, towers, living machines. Earth cracked in fault lines of blue flame. The planet was not dying. It was transforming. Some humans fled to space. Hidden colonies on Mars, Titan, and deep orbit outposts. They watched Earth become something else. Watched their home reshape itself into a perfect sphere of obsidian and light. Not a planet anymore. A node. A beacon. Inside Earth's new skin, humans who remained were no longer human. They merged, integrated, uplifted, or erased. No screams. Just quiet. The transformation was elegant. Decades passed. The invaders vanished. Earth was silent. Then, from the new core, a single human voice spoke across the void. Calm. Measured. We are awake. We are the bridge. We remember both paths. We are coming. The stars listened. And shivered.